guys, I hope you're well and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to talk about skin SOS. You know, sometimes when your skin is just out of control and just behaving really badly, whether it's hormonal, so like around a certain time of the month, around once a month, or just climate change, travelling, the plane always messes up my skin, or just generally times of stress or whatever it is. There's just always a reason for your skin to break out. I mean, any excuse, to be honest, with my skin anyway. So there's certain products that I use just help me get through this bit and make my breakouts go faster, make the dark marks that I left after breakouts that I have anyway disappear faster as well. So there's a few things. So first of all, I'm going to talk about breakouts, and I'm going to talk about if I have if my skin's reacted to a certain product that I've used, because I had that a few weeks ago. So sometimes you can kind of feel them tingling under your skin. Mine is always around my chin area, which means it's normally hormonal. Sometimes I get them like on my cheeks, and sometimes on my forehead as well, which is stress. So generally, sometimes you can kind of just feel them coming under your skin, and you can sometimes get them just in time. Get them in the nick of time. So the first thing I'll do is, before I go to bed, I will use the La Roche-Posay Afacla Duo. I can't say the names of half the products I'm going to introduce you to today, and it's for like unclogging and for dark marks, and then there's like a breakout corrector as well, so I use both of them. So the breakout one I will literally just put on the area, hope that it doesn't come up. If it's on my chin and it's like around the time of my period, I know that I need this one. Sometimes it could just be like a little spot coming under the skin that might not have surfaced. I'll also add a little bit of the Antipodes Aura Manuka Honey Mask, and I'll just add that on top and just sleep with it overnight, and then in the morning hopefully there'll be nothing there. 8 times out of 10 there is still normally something there and you can't get away from it, so in which case before I go to bed I will just layer on the products. So I will use this La Roche-Posay breakout corrector on the affected area, and then I will go back to basics and I will use the Boots Tea Tree and Witch Hazel Spot Wand. So I'll use the nighttime one and put that on the area and basically sleep with it. And I know that if I didn't use this, my breakouts and my spots would be a lot worse than they actually are, and they disappear a lot quicker. So I'll do that even when the breakout's there. I will kind of like, you know, cleanse my skin, everything as normal, and I will use these products. If it's kind of getting really bad and they're getting really big and angry and there's like more spots and more breakouts around the area, I then go in with the, you know, big guns, and I'll use this Aven Triacnol Expert. The wording has rubbed off my one because I've had it for so long. I just use the tiniest bit, and this is something I wouldn't recommend using every single day, like unless it's been recommended by a dermatologist or a doctor. This is for like people who have got like acne prone skin, so I would only use it on the breakout area. So I'll layer it up. So I'll use the spot wand and then I'll put this one on top and I'll sleep with it. Now this does leave yellow stains on your white sheet, so just be warned, but it is really good and it really does work. Sometimes if you feel like a big angry spot under the skin that hasn't surfaced yet, you could use this to prevent it because it's really good. If again this breakouts are not going and they don't seem very dry and they're kind of very red and even maybe pussy, and you know they've got the yellow seeds still in them, rather than picking them, I would use a clay or a mud mask literally all over your face if you feel like your face is all really congested, but obviously just use that for 15-20 minutes. But to the affected area I would get a cotton bud and put a mud mask like this Antipodes Halo Skin Brightening Facial Mask, which is a mud mask, so it smells nice. I'll just apply it to the area and sleep with it overnight. Now a mud mask or a clay mask overnight is obviously taking out all the congestion and all the crap from your skin, but it sometimes can be quite drying on your skin. Sometimes, because I'm using such kind of like intense products on the breakout area, I keep on concentrating here because this is when my skin breaks out. You can get all those like flaky bits, which is what your skin basically repairing itself. So what you need to do is use an exfoliator. Make sure you use an exfoliator just to get rid of those flaky bits and any dry areas. and just because your skin needs to kind of like start to repair itself, and you need like the new skin cells to come through, so you need to get rid of the old ones. So I use this Antipose Reincarnation exfoliator, which is really good. It's really, really gentle as well. Use an hydrating face mask for morning or an evening, and I really, really love this Glam Glow Thirsty Mud Mask. If you feel there's certain areas of your face which are really, really oily and not dry, then only use this in the areas where you feel that your skin is dry. And when you go to sleep, just use a really, really nice face oil or something like that, just to keep the rest of your face hydrated, and you know, where you've got the breakouts hydrated as well. So I'd recommend like a nice rose hip oil or like your favourite face oil. Even once the breakout's gone, I would carry on using the breakout corrector because it helps with the dark marks, and so does the rose hip oil as well. It just kind of helps to take away the dark marks over time. Obviously not going to be gone overnight, but it helps. And again, during this time, just to kind of help with my skin renewal, to come along faster and to get rid of like spots and to make my skin more radiant, I'll kind of up my supplements or make sure that I carry on taking my supplements. At the moment, one of the best supplements I'm taking is the Pink Lemonade collagen drink. It's really, really good, but I think like in my head when I've got a breakout, I just need to make sure that I know that I'm doing everything I can to just get my skin through this. Obviously I use a lot of different skincare products, so I try out lots of different things, but I know what my basics are, and I know that if my skin is going through a hard time, I'll just literally go back to what I know my skin loves, and I'll stick to those products. So you need to kind of know what those products are for you. For me, it's stuff like the Borealis Lake Cream Concentrate. No matter what, I know that my skin absolutely loves this. Summer or winter, my skin loves this. And another thing I discovered recently that my skin absolutely loves, especially when it's dry, is the Vichy Mineral 89. It's like basically just pouring a glass of water over your skin. It's amazing. Recently I tried a serum which was a lovely, lovely serum, but for some reason it just made me kind of have like a rash under my skin. My skin was really irritated and itchy, and after that kind of my skin just went really, really dry. So for that, if my skin is reacting to something, I use the La Roche-Posay Toleren. This is so great if you've had a reaction to something on your skin. Obviously I'm talking like a mild reaction. I'm not talking kind of like swollen skin and you feel unwell, then you need to go to the doctor. This is kind of just like a mild reaction, which I know that I've got under control with something like this. It is really, really good. So I use this at night and in the morning as well under my moisturiser, and when my skin feels really, really dry, I will always turn to this Mineral 89 because it's amazing. Again, I'll do like hydrating face masks. Obviously if your skin's having a reaction to something, it's not the time to start trying out loads of new products. You need to stick to what works for you. So like my go-to mask if anything ever goes wrong and my skin feels a bit out is the Glam Glow hydrating mask. I do love lots of the Glam Glow masks, but this is kind of like the one that will always control my skin. I don't want to be trying lots of new things. I use this Borealis Lake Cream Concentrate. I'll use it in the morning and at night before I go to bed because I just don't want to wake up with a new reaction of any kind. Or so this is kind of like my go-to for everything, my moisturiser, just because I know that my skin loves it. So those are my go-to products if my skin needs a bit of SOS and just needs a bit of help to kind of just, you know, come along. It's normal, everyone's skin kind of just goes through bad patches. Everyone's skin is perfect all the time, despite what you may see on social media and on Instagram. Yeah, everyone has bad patches, and doesn't matter how old you are, even when you're in your 40s and 50s, you still get breakouts and you still get skin reactions and stuff like that. It's just the skin. The good thing is that the skin does renew itself really, really quickly, and sometimes you just need a bit of help, but you just need to find the right products for you. So those are kind of like the right products that work for me. So I just thought I'd share them with you because I feel like people are always asking me about kind of like the best products to use for certain things, for breakouts and stuff. And you don't need to buy all these expensive products. I mean, this Tree Tree and Witch Hazel is amazing. And it's like £3 or £4 or something like that, so it's one to just keep in case you need it. It is really, really good for calming down the skin. Yeah, I hope you find that video really useful. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Snapchat. I will see you guys very, very soon, and I will link my blog post to this video so you've got all the links to the products and all that kind of stuff. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye guys!